In my last video, I spoke about positive aspects and I spoke about how our mind has a tendency towards a negative bias. In a similar way, our minds have a tendency towards familiarity. So given a choice of two different roads, our brains will always pick the one that's most familiar because our brains want to protect us and keep us safe. The problem with this is it can lead to a pretty dead existence where you're essentially going to the same places, talking to the same people about the same things. So my challenge to you is to try new things. So for example, I'm putting my money where my mouth is here and filming in a different location to usual because I realized that I got into a bit of a pattern of going to my park, yay, and filming there, right? So it's cool to be in a different location and it's a little bit out of the comfort zone, but not that much to be honest, because I just don't care anymore. So think about that, Haya. Think about how you can incorporate new things, interrupt your patterns. You may be asking why, what's the big deal? Why bother? I'll tell you why. Reason number one, you're gonna have a much richer, fuller life. By trying new things, you're gonna have adventures, you're gonna have cool stories to tell. You're gonna meet people and they're gonna be like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? Me and my friends stayed in a haunted house. What'd you do? I stayed home and watched Love Island. Don't be the Love Island guy. You know what I'm saying? Number two, you're gonna build courage, right? Because each time you leave your comfort zone, it expands your comfort zone. So you're gonna get braver, you're gonna be more prepared for future challenges that come your way. And finally, you're gonna create new connections in your brain. So for example, let's take the example of fighting, right? Let's say you're a boxer and your natural style is that of a pressure fighter. And so those are the fighters you like, and those are the fighters you study, and that's the way you fight. If you did the complete opposite, right? You started studying defensive boxers who are really good at moving, and you attempted to fight in that style and study that style, even though it'd be really uncomfortable, you would have a completely different understanding of how to fight in a different style and how to actually beat that style. And you'd see more about the strengths and weaknesses of your own style. So by trying new things, you are essentially creating new connections in your brain. And it's those connections which eventually lead to mastery. So that's my challenge to you. Interrupt your pattern, try new things. You can do it in lots of different ways. You can do it by, for example, she's curious. You can do it by, little things like eating in new places. You can take different routes home. There's really little ways you can do it. And you can do massive things. You can try and climb a mountain. You can do a bungee jump. Just do things that interrupt your pattern. And it's going to make your life so much doper. It's going to make you way more courageous. And as I say, it's going to create new connections in your brain, which are going to make you more effective and more masterful. Try new things.